All right, good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
You are welcome to Digital Z Hub. All right, so
Thank you.
just before we get started, I would like us to understand the following. So please endeavor to remain muted when you are not communicating. Please let's try as much as possible to handle that to avoid the distraction. And in case you have question, while the class is going on, um, you can use the reaction button. So once I see it, I know that something is not going well. I'll pause and attend to you. All right. So I want to welcome us one more time to this Python programming training. Now, last time we looked at setting up our development environments, which is called the IDE. And I told us that every programmer needs a platform to write and execute his or her codes. And I also explained to us that programming is the art of writing instructions on the computer to carry out a particular task. So that is why computer is referred to as goal-oriented machine. So which means that definition was actually derived from the programming angle. So which means that as we want to start the journey of learning programming, we should know that we are purposeful human beings. We should know that we have to set goals. So before you start developing any application, you have to understand what the end result will look like. That is what will influence your flowcharts or the program algorithm. Now, having said that, we are starting properly with Python because I believe we have all installed our development application, which is the PyCharm. And I told us in that class that PyCharm is the most recommended IDE, in other words, integrated development environment for writing and executing Python code. So as we proceed, you will get to know why it is more advantageous to use PyCharm against other available IDE. So before we go into the few practical topics that I have for us, and I would like us to know the scope of this training. I think I've already highlighted it in the group. So this training covers Python programming basic and intermediate. Basic and intermediate. It does not contain the advanced. So probably when we are done with the first two phases, which your registration covers, for those that will have the tenacity, the strength to further with the advanced aspect, then we will also let us know. But I also want to encourage us to pay more attention to the fundamental aspect of Python. In fact, when you are learning any programming language, it is very important that you pay more attention to learning the foundational aspect, because some of us, we place our priority wrongly. We see some individuals that want to become experts, but they don't want to start from the foundation. It is very, very wrong. You will eventually get to that top, but you will not find out that the people that are at the top has very solid background that you do not have. And it will be too late for you to start coming down to fix those basic things. So that is why I am counseling us right now, because this training includes training and mentorship. That is what we do on this platform. It's not just training you. We also guide you based on the years of experience that we have. We'll be able to guide you on how to go about learning test skill. Because if you don't learn them in the right order, at the end of the day, the whole thing will look as if you just wasted your money. A practical example is somebody who is trying to, learn everything at the same time when he or she knows that he has not mastered anyone. It is a very wrong order when we talk about tech. The last time you guys attended the free training session, I told you that this is my 21 years training tech programs. Now, imagine you that you are just coming in trying to be like me. If you start with that mindset, you might miss out the whole thing. I was once like you, understanding the basic before I kept developing myself. So that shouldn't in any way threaten you. When you say tech expert, you should not be intimidated because they were once in that shoe. All you need to do is to be focused. Learn everything you need to learn fundamentally. Then from there, if you have a very strong foundation, you will see that it will be easier for you to consolidate on it than for you eyeing the top when you are yet to fix the basic. I hope somebody get that right. Please, I just need one person to unmute and respond to the advice I've given so far briefly, and then
Yes,
we'll go
I can see you.
into. Okay. All right. So now that we understand this, I want us to start with, I don't want to assume actually, though I may cut off some stories because you all attended that free section where I believe that I have laid a very solid background. Okay, I have a reaction here. Mr. Clement, you raised up your hand. You want to say something?
Yes, if you remember, I think within the week I called you with
Okay.
regard to whether to run my PyCharm, and you said no, I should leave it until today to be
Yes.
able to see how we can, install it, because I wanted to order the pictures and it was showing the other side. You said I should leave it.
Yeah, just hold on. I'm still coming to
So let
that.
me remind you.
Yes, there's no way I will not go through that route. Okay. So like I was saying, in that free section, I believe that except those that we are not in fully or those that have not gone through the video, I believe we dropped that video in the group. So if you have not, I will still revert you back to that video to go and sit with it because there are few things that I will not want to talk about, which I have already discussed in that video. That class is part of this class. But what I'm going to do is to summarize what's important for us to kickstart the training. So I want to start with giving us a general overview of what Python programming language is all about. Now, I want us to see it this way. A language, when you are learning a language, always know that at the beginning, it might appear to be difficult. It is normal. So when it happens to you, do not be discouraged in any way. Please, it is normal. If you want to learn my language right now, Isoko, you can't tell me that you are going to get it smoothly at the beginning. If I want to learn Hausa right now, you can't tell me that it's not going to be difficult. If I want to learn Yoruba right now, you can't tell me that it's not going to be difficult. So let's get all this as fundamental mindsets to approach programming, because a lot of persons must have told us that programming is very hard. But sometimes it could be hard when you don't have this information. It is normal. That is why, if you remember in that section, I was emphasizing on the importance of being a programmer. And one of them that I mentioned was that a programmer is a creative human being. A programmer are problem-solving individuals. Programmer don't see complex problem and run away. Instead, they will break complex problem into smallest units, and then at the end of the day, solve that problem that look complex initially. So that is the attribute of a programmer. Now, you can see that that process of trying to debug, that process of staying true, staying put, making sure that you find out why a program is not working. And at the end of the day, you will see that you have become what? A creative what? Person. So it is normal as we are starting like this. If you notice that it's a little bit difficult, don't give up. Don't give up. Just keep researching, keep learning. Because when you want to go into technology, sometimes we don't know that research is part of it, particularly in this current dispensation. You cannot be learning programs like this and you are not adding extra research. It is not possible. Tech is very dynamic now and it's very wide. And with the introduction of the artificial intelligence, it makes things easier for every one of us. So if you want to research now, you have a lot of resources. So when you attend training like this, it's more of somebody guiding you. It's more of being mentor so that you can learn things in the proper sequence. So let's quickly dive in. What is Python programming language? So it's a language. It's a language. It's just like you want to add to your portfolio now. Let's say initially you speak only Igbo, you speak Hausa. Just bear it at the back of your mind that you are just upgrading the numbers of languages you can speak. So Python is a high-level interpreted programming language used to build softwares, automate tasks, analyze data, and develop web and AI applications. So you can see all of this. They are what Python can do. But what you are learning right now is the pure language. I think somebody asked the other, I don't know if it's from this session. What you are learning right now is the pure language. What it means is that it's just like somebody telling you that Hausa is used to eat rice. Hausa is used to eat beans. Now, you cannot start eating beans without understanding the language that is used to what? To make that beans or rice. So if we are saying that Python is used for building app, Python is used for data analytics, Python is used for cyber security, Python is used for automating tasks, then it means that such a person that will be using it for those things I just mentioned will have learned the language itself. That is the only way he or she can comfortably apply it in performing what? Those tasks. Is anybody following? Let me get a response from one person at least. One person to get a response. I've not heard from Femi Ige. Are you here? I hope you are following.
Yeah, following you.
Okay, Basiru, thank you for that response. Okay, so it is very important. Even after learning this language, you cannot decide, oh, I want to go into data analytics. Oh, I want to go into using Python for automating system. That is the process. So what you are learning is the core language itself that can be applied in any of these aspects. But the aspect that we will practicalize as we learn, which is what is prescribed when you are learning pure Python, is building apps. So we are going to build apps that fall within the basic and intermediate. All right, but we shouldn't expect the training to span to using it to analyze data, using it to build websites. No, we will go into that, but definitely we will use it to build apps that can solve real life problem. So let's quickly talk about some of the key attributes of Python. Key attribute of Python. When we say attribute, we are talking about what further describe a thing. What further describe, what provide additional information about Python. What makes Python what it is. Why are everybody running towards Python? So by the time we understand these key attributes, it will be easier for us to know why. Number one key attribute of Python is that it is easy to read and write. Now, in programming, the word read is different from the word write. Now, let me also break it down this way. To read means to what? To open in computing. If I say read a file from your drive, I'm telling you to open a file that have been created and saved in that drive. It means your responsibility is not to encode it. Your responsibility is just to see. Now, if I say write a file in your program, in your drive rather, it means I'm asking you to compose. To compose. So when I use the word read and write, please let's understand it in the word of programming. So when we say Python is easy to read and write, in brackets, it means it looks like English. All right. So now we can capture that term from another perspective. So which means that we are trying to explain the simplicity of Python as regard to why everybody today is able to learn it. If it was C# or Java that we advertise, I want to believe some of us we will have run away. That is just the truth, because these are old languages that are very tedious in learning, that require some basic knowledge on some other languages before you can even try off. But Python is very simple. So long you can speak English and you can write simple sentences, you are qualified to learn Python, because its own syntax is almost the same way English is written. So that is one of the reason, one of the key attributes. The second attribute is that it is interpreted. Python is interpreted, which means it runs code line by line. All these things are what I mentioned in that first class, but I believe that I just want to summarize some of the aspects that pertain to us for us to go into the practical properly. So Python, it is interpreted, which means it executes its code line by line. All right. So no compilation needed. When we say compile, we have compiler, we have all these converter. Now, there are some languages that we have to compile the code before they can be executed. But what we are saying that for Python, it executes each line as an independent entity. So another key attribute of Python is that it is versatile. Python is versatile. What does that mean? It's used in so many areas. And one of the things that makes it versatile is the availability of different packages or libraries that have been pre-built that can be plugged into different aspects of technology. And that is why it fits in data analytics, in web development, in other areas. Why? Because it's the same Python programming language, but applying different functions in different fields. So even after you have ended this training with us and you decided to say, sir, I want to enroll for your data analytics, or I want to enroll for cybersecurity, which still require the basic aspects of what we are going to learn in this program, you are still going to learn another set of Python function. Because at that point, we will narrow it to that aspect application. We will no longer be speaking it generally, like we'll be doing in this training. Just like we are speaking it generally without knowing where you are going to use it. So if we look at some of the real life uses of Python, so that you know, okay, after learning this, where exactly I can, use this knowledge. Number one, building websites. Python has a library called the Django, which helps us to implement Python in website backend. Then data analytics, there are libraries like Pandas, NumPy. Cybersecurity tools, there are automation scripts. The AI and machine learning, all these aspects are the live use cases of Python. So the individuals that are practicing all these areas that I just mentioned, they are using Python. So let's quickly talk about, before I go into Python basic, we open the line for a brief interaction because this is masterclass. So it's not just the instructor talking. At some point, we hold on, we share idea. So I'm going to open the line for just 2 to 3 minutes for you to ask questions, particularly regarding to what I've explained, so that we don't end up using the whole scheduled time for asking and answering questions outside the context of our training. So anybody, if everything is clear, I can also move on.
My concern is on what we are talking about, the rights. I didn't, that time network was disturbing. So were you talking of right as to compose? And
Yes,
again, when
yes,
you
I
were
was,
talking
okay,
about
just conclude.
the second aspect,
Okay.
can be used to interpret words. Don't get those areas.
Okay, So let me take the one after the other. The first one, I was only trying to explain to us that in computing, when the word writes is used, it means to what? To compose. It means to create. When the word read is used, it means to open or to access. All right. So I just wanted us to, when you say write a program, it means you are creating a program. When I say read a program, read a library, it means I am to access what has been created. I hope that aspect is clear first. And then there's a place where I mentioned, when I was talking about the key attribute of Python, I mentioned the word so when I was talking about the key attributes, I mentioned the word interpreted. I believe that is where you are talking about. So we're talking about the key attributes of Python actually, and I said one of its key attributes is that it is interpreted language, which means it runs code line by line. I hope I've answered your question, sir.
Yeah.
All right, so in the absence of any other question, then we can move on. You're always free to raise up your hand when there is need for you to ask question. This is not like the promotional training. This is master class. And in fact, when we start writing code, each and every one of you will be sharing your screen. I'll be giving us class tasks and assignments. So I would advise us to be joining with devices we can share. So let's talk about setting up our development environment before we can dive into the practical aspects. Now, after you have installed your PyCharm, so you can be doing this alongside with me if you can. Now, after you have installed your PyCharm, then you have an icon deposited on the user interface like this. So you have it, you just go ahead and click on it, and then it's going to open a kind of startup interface, which will not be like this. I think what okay, let me just explain, because if I give room for that, that might take some time. Now, because you are launching it for the very first time, that is why you are not going to have the kind of interface I have right now, because I have set up mine. Now, for you, you are going to see an interface that will highlight some basic function, like open a file, create new file, and some other information. Now, all you need to do is to click on create. Create. There will be an option that says create or a new file. You click on this. So once you click on that option, it's going to make sure that you are on the internet when you are launching it for the first time. So it's going to automatically, download some dependencies. You will see some reading going on at the bottom here, installing interpreter, doing this, doing that. You give it time to complete the whole of that process. And when that is completed, it's going to walk you into an empty environment, or an environment that will present to you some of the preset Python code written, which you can as well clear off and start writing your code afresh. Now, once you get to that environment, whatever I'm saying now, when I'm done with it, I'm going to be coming on our screen to verify if we have all successfully set up. So just make sure that you pay attention. Just a minute. So, all right. So like I was saying, just give me, let me just collect something. Okay, so like I was saying, you are going to, the next thing is for us to create our project. To create our project within the IDE, PyCharm. Now, the sequence is that you create a project, you create file inside the project, and then before you can write your code in that file. So let's understand it. So let's start with how do we create our project. Now, to create your project, you click on the file icon. All right. So once you click on the file icon, you select new projects. Then you hold on. And now you are going to have an interface like this. You're going to have an interface like this. So I'll take my time to explain each of these interface. So the first section here is talking about the location. Where do you want to harbor the what? The projects. So should in case you want to take this project from the current system to another system to continue, you know, okay, where it exists within your system. Now, you have to know how to read URL. Now, this is drive C. This is drive C, your local drive, users, and the name of the user of the system is Aguero. Then we have the PyCharm project as a folder, which means that at the end of the day, if I want to save the file I want to create now, I have to go to the local disk, and then from there, I'm going to see a folder called PyCharm project. Then from there, whatever name that I assign here. So this is the part you can edit. You shouldn't change anything beyond that point. So if I type Prosper now, Prosper, I think I should have one, let's say Prosper 2, which means that Prosper 2 is a directory directly inside what? PyCharm what? project, and PyCharm project is inside Ewero as the computer user, and computer user is inside what? Local disk. So that is for this particular line. Now, supposing you have another drive, not drive C, that you are targeting. Maybe you have a different folder on desktop or somewhere else. Then you can now click on this folder icon here. So this will allow you to browse a different storage. So now you can say, okay, instead of you directing my file in here, save it somewhere else, I can say, okay, maybe on desktop or whatever other place you have it. I hope somebody understand that. Let me get a quick response on that before I proceed. Just one person to unmute and say, sir, it is clear or not.
Yes.
Okay. Now, once you have ensured this level, the next aspect is this. Now, the whole of this is optional. Who is disturbing our class? Femi, please always be mindful of unmuting when you are not meant to say anything. You are just distracted. Please, let's. Okay. So, like I said, create the whole of these options are optional. They are not compulsory. I can decide to say, okay, I don't need the welcome, the first file that will be created. I don't want welcome scripts. Welcome scripts are templates that Python has already created that can be opened alongside with the file you are creating. So if you don't want it, you uncheck it. Then if you don't want to synchronize information from GitHub repository, GitHub is like an online platform where people can collaborate, where we can write code and they give me access to correct your code directly from your GitHub account. It's just like a portfolio platform for developers. So if you don't want to have access to some of the dependencies from there, fine. Now here, interpreter type, it must be on project vein. This is like an input program that makes Python what? Read code line by line that I mentioned earlier on. Now here, these are other environments. For those that want to learn Python for data analytics, they will use what? Conda. For those that want to customize their own, maybe you don't want to use the one Python has already pre-built, then you come here and then choose your own. But we are leveraging on the one that have been what? Pre-built. So once you are done with all this, you click on create. You click on create. So the moment you click on create, then you have this environment giving us option that right now, in your own case, you are not going to see, you might not see this new window. Why is prompting me this new window? Because I'm already in one of the window. So, but just in case it happens subsequently after this one, then you can decide to say, okay, override this one or open this one in a different window. So I'm going to click on new window so that we'll see how all these things came about. So I'll click on what? New window. So for those of you that are starting for the first time, you can see this is the kind of environment you see. So you can see that is creating virtual environment. So you are seeing all this because you are starting for the very first time. So I'll give it some time while I believe that you are also doing the same thing. Once this process is come, okay, fine. So I'm ready. Now you can see what I was talking about. So these are actually the welcome scripts, which I said you can highlight and clear them off, that you don't need them. All right. Now, you can see the file structure now. This is the project, and it comes with a default file called what? Main.py. If you are using PyCharm, when you are done setting up your project, you will Sorry about that. I hope we are still here. Okay, so like I was saying, so it came with a default file. The assumption is that just in case you don't know how to create your own file, you can just start your code with the main.py. Now, if I don't want to continue with the main.py, which means I should know how to create my own file. So how do you create? Remember the sequence. I said you create a project and then you create file inside before you can start writing and executing Python code. So this Prosper 2 is a project. You can collapse it, you can expand it. So you must understand your file structure. Your file structure. You have a folder, which is a parent folder, and then under it, you have what? Just one file inside. Now, if I want to create another file inside this project, how do I go about it? You make sure that this arrow facing that project is facing down. If this one faces down and you create a file, the file will end up coming inside this. So these are the things you must understand, your file structure. All right. After that, once you have ensured that the arrow attached to the project folder is facing down, then you go back to this place. This time around, you select new scratch file. This is the one you click. No longer what? This. You select this. And then once you click on this, it's going to ask you what type of file do you want to create. Right? It's going to ask you what type of file do you want to create. So now you scroll down and look for Python. These are different languages. These are different languages. So I'll choose, okay, I want to create what? Python file. Now, so we have this, and then we have this as different what? File. Now, but if I go back again, and I select what? New file or directory. This one will give us a room to name our file. Sorry. So this one will give us room to name our file. Remember, the first option I used was new from scratch. Then you can also use this. So you see the difference between this. This is the one I'm recommended. Then you can see Python file here. And then you are opportune to name it. So the name of this file, for example, is, let's say what, practice. Let's say what? Practice. Now, there is what we call languages extensions. Any language, any programming language you speak, you must know its extension before you think of saving a file of it. Languages extension, they are like encoding system that allow you to interpret that file to that language. For example, Python always have an extension of what? .py. So if you save with .any other thing outside py, that file will not be recognized as Python file. So I press enter. So you can see that I have created what? This. I created this, which is following the first option, but I'm recommending this second option. Please always go with this so that you can name, you can customize the name. So after this, you are ready to write and execute your Python code. For example, I can say, just to confirm if I have successfully set up the working environment, I can say print welcome to Digitech Zeal Hub. All right. Now, how do you run your, after this step, I'm going to come on your screen to ensure that everybody is able to set up the development environment and be able to run this code that I'm about to write now. So once we then we can now proceed from here to the next topic. Now, one thing is for you to write after setting up the file. One thing is for you to know how to execute your code. It's very important. How do I run my code in Python? You see this icon? Even in Visual Studio Code, you see a related icon like this. So just click on it. Click on it. Then it will open the terminal. All right? So you can see this is the message. Welcome to Digital. So this is currently our backend. Why this is serving as the user what? Interface. Like I told one of you that asked question the other time. You are learning the program. Now, when you finish the basic and intermediate, you will now advance to building Python GUI. That is where you can now create what? Application interface, where you can now be displaying all this. But while we are learning the language, for now, we are going to be displaying our results in the terminal. All right. So the console, look at it here. You can control it anytime you don't want to see it. You can also click here to on it. You can click here to on it. So, or as soon as you run your code, it will automatically what? Turn the console on. So I am going to stop here for a while, and then I'll be coming on your screen one after the other to ensure that we have all been able to set up what? Our development environment, so that any other code I'll be running after now, when I run, you run. That is how we organize our master class. That's why it is called live. So that you can have questions if you are running a code and it's not executing as expected. You can always talk back to me immediately. I can ask you to share your screen. We look at it. We point out the error. At the beginning, we will be debugging together. At some point, when I feel that you are now a grown-up programmer, I will give you some time to look again, until you are able to debug. Then if you can, they will come in. So I'm going to start with Mr. Clement. So Mr. Clement, share your screen. Let's see the status of your virtual environment setup. So I'll stop sharing. I want to come on Mr. Clement. Once I'm done with Mr. Clement, Oluwaseo should get ready. Clement, please go ahead and share your screen, please, quickly. So if Mr. Clement is not ready, can I come on the Oluwaseo, please? David, kindly share your screen. I just want to be sure that we know how to set up the environment before we start.
He's saying that host has not disabled the listing. We can't share. He said that host has not disabled. Host disabled attendee screen sharing. Okay. Hello? We are not hearing you.
I'm coming. I'm trying to open it up for everybody to share. Okay, you can share now, I think. Try sharing now. You should be able to go. So let's go on Mr. Clement's screen now. Mr. Clement, you can share. You can share. It is open now. Yeah.
Is it showing?
Yes, yes. Okay, Mr. Clement,
Yeah.
it's as if you are trying to installed all over. You said you have
No,
completed
you
your.
told me to. This is where you told me not to run that day.
But has it once showed installation completed before now?
Yes, that time. I was to go like this.
No. Okay, no. Cancel it. Let's go to your desktop. I want to check something. It's possible that you are relaunching the installation file instead of you to launch through the icon. Can you go back to your desktop for us? Cancel this process. Cancel this process. I want to see your.
I've cancelled it.
But I'm still seeing that interface. Maybe you can stop sharing and reshare again. I'm still seeing that particular interface. Mr. Oluwaseun, please get ready. Let's be fast with this. 1 hour is going already, so that we can stick to some practicals.
Where do you say I should go at the where
Share. I'm not yet seeing your screen. You stop sharing. We share it.
This is it.
Yes, coming now. It's coming. Just hold on. Okay, leave here. Go to desktop. Just leave the whole of this place. I want to see your desktop interface. If you have installed it, the icon should be there. I don't know. Have you gone to desktop? Because I'm still seeing your previous window. I don't know why your Zoom is behaving like this. You have stopped sharing. You can.
It's showing only.
We can't see.
I have stopped sharing.
Yes, you stop sharing. Just take it again. Take it again. Please, we are still waiting for you, Mr. Clement. Your sharing is taking time. I just want this to be done as fast as possible.
I thought you said I should stop sharing.
Share again. We have not seen your desktop. I have not helped you now. How will you stop sharing? We are not seeing where you were before. I have to stop sharing and share again. So whenever you notice that what we are seeing is different from what you are seeing there. Now, where is your desktop? Your desktop. Remove the Zoom app. Go to your window, your first window, where you have those icons. I want to see if you have the program icon there.
Okay, let me stop this one.
You have stopped sharing. What you are supposed to stop?
Is it to install it?
I want to see your window. I want to see your desktop. Your desktop where you have icons. I want to see your desktop where you have icons. You can minimize all the apps there so that we can see your desktop.
Look at it here.
You have stopped sharing. I didn't tell you to stop sharing. Please don't stop sharing. Just minimize other windows. Leave the Zoom app to be shared. It's coming up now. Just hold on. Minimize this interface. Don't stay here. Just minimize. The first button by your right hand side. Just minimize. I want to go to your very first window when your computer finished booting. That is
what I'm doing.
I want to see it.
Are you seeing it now?
No. But are you seeing it over there?
Yes, he's telling me. Is it not that PyCharm Community Edition? It says store.
That is not what I'm asking. Are you on your window where you can? Now, hold on. Stop sharing. Let me show you what I want you to do for me. Now, look at this. If I minimize this one, look at it here. I want to see all these icons like this. Can you see my screen icon? Can you see what I'm navigating at?
Yes.
I want to come to this place. I want to check whether you have an icon like this. So go ahead and achieve that now. I've not seen that. You kept taking us to that download interface, except if we are not seeing the same thing you are seeing over there.
This is my window.
You are not sharing yet. Window. Please, can you share again? We are no longer serious.
Okay. know what this one is now. Window. Their screen.
We cannot see your screen, no, Mr. Clement. You are taking most of our time.
Hey. I'm trying to minimize so I can see my screen, but it's not coming up.
Why are you not able to minimize?
I minimized, but the only thing it's showing is just only my window. And if I come up with window, when I minimize it, it doesn't show that desktop.
So you are saying that you cannot see your desktop. You cannot minimize the Zoom app.
I can minimize the Zoom app. I have minimized the Zoom app.
Please,
But to share now, when I want to share, it will not.
Can you share again now? Let me see.
If I want to share, it will not. It will be the only thing it is showing me here. It says choose what to share with app Zoom.video, and what will show window, Chrome tab, and the entire screen. That's all.
Click on share.
That is why I can't show my desktop.
Click on the entire screen now.
Yes, I have clicked on entire screen, but see what is showing. It's not showing anything to share it. It will say cancel. Unless I go to window or I go to Chrome.
Click on window now. Click on window.
This is window now.
Now, well, you have to share. Let's see. We are not seeing your screen yet.
Until I go to. Until I click on something before it will come up.
Okay, Mr. Clement, I don't know. What you will do is that you need to go and brush up on the basic.
If I want to share my desktop, it doesn't come up.
You are still having issue managing your apps window. I think I'll look for one of my basic computer videos to set to you guys, because we are having issue managing some basic things within our system. But this is what we are going to do. Just stop sharing. If you are sharing, let me share and show you which other way I want to use to achieve what I wanted to do. Now look at this. Mr. Clement, can you see my screen now? Mr. Clement. Okay, if you can see my screen, can you see where I'm navigating at?
I can see your cursor moving.
Can you see my cursor? Can you see it?
Yes, yes.
Oh yeah, trace it, follow it, follow it, follow it. Are you following the movement? Are you following the movement? Okay,
yes.
where it is now, what can you see?
Type here to
now you
search.
now just click inside it and type PyCharm. Do that now. You can see that search there. You should be able to see it like this and confirm to me whether you can see something like this.
Yes, I've done it.
Okay, so hold on. It's going to open. It's not going to open to that interface we had before. That interface we are trying to open. Look at what you. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Mr. Clement, can you hear me?
Hello?
Can others hear me? I want to know if it's from his end.
We are following you.
Okay, which means that
your network is cracking.
But they are hearing me. It means It's from your end. But can you hear me now, Mr. Clements? Can Mr. Clement hear me? I think it's from his end. Mr. Clement. Okay, so while I'm waiting for him, Basiru, can I see your window screen?
This
Can you hear me,
uh
Mr. Clement?
when you click on it,
The
it's supposed to
PyCharm came
take you
up.
to another interface that will open the PyCharm.
Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Hello.
I'm hearing you, the person talking. Is it our tutor?
No, it's not the tutor.
Okay. So what are you saying?
Can you know what? Stop sharing. Let me share. Let me try and share it so that you can see it.
I don't think I'm sharing. No, I'm not sharing. Is it Basiru?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not sharing.
Let me try if I.
Because that day I asked him, I wanted to run my own. He said no. I should wait. Okay.
Can you see my screen?
Yes. Is this your
So
PyCharm?
this is what. Can you see my screen now? Abi?
Yeah?
Can you see my screen? Hello.
Yes.
Okay. You can see the type here. See where the cursor is. Can you see? See my cursor here. Can you see it?
I'm seeing where you're going.
Hello, Mr. Uchendu.
Yes.
This cursor. Types.
Yes. But
Where
you
type
have to
here
read.
to
I'm not
search.
seeing.
Can you see this?
I'm not seeing where you're putting your own. No. Your own is
This
down,
cursor
unless you raise it up.
type here to search. Down here.
Uh-huh. Yes, now.
Okay.
And if I type search,
That search you just say
PyCharm.
PyCharm. You
Uh-huh.
see,
Which
this
I
is
have
my own
typed.
here.
It came up.
This is my own.
Uh-huh.
Can you see? Can you see this? Are you following me?
Do you know what I'm saying? I have not run my own. No.
Okay, that's the problem. You have not installed
That's
on
what
your
I'm.
system.
That day I wanted to
That is
install it.
exactly
He
where
told
the
me to
problem
wait.
lies. That means you have not
Yes, he told me
installed
to
it
wait.
on your.
That's why
Okay.
you know.
Okay. That's exactly where the
Yes.
mix-up is.
Yes. He
That is
told me to
exactly where
wait.
the
I
mix-up
shouldn't
is.
run it. And he said that today
Uh,
he will run it. I will run it.
All right,
okay.
Mr. Clement, can you hear me?
Yes.
I asked you if you
Yes.
have done the installation. You said yes. As if you have done the installation, you shouldn't click on that option because as if you are reinstalling it. That's why even when you open it now, I ask you to close it. So with the assumption that you have done
No,
the
I have not
installation.
run it.
So which means that you have not,
only-
so you have to go back and open that interface and follow the next to the end. So go back to the download and double click on that icon and then let the process begin and complete. I think the screen we are right now is which person's screen?
This is my screen.
Basiru. Okay,
This is
Basiru.
Bakiru's. Yeah.
Okay, Basiru, you
So
have
this is
not
where.
set up your interface. You have not gotten to
Uh,
where I stop.
so
So you have
so
already entered your
that
name. You have already entered your name, Basiru.
so
Then
from here because
click
I
on.
couldn't.
Now look at
I
what
should
you
click
do.
on.
Just pay attention.
Okay.
Now click on
Okay.
those two options. Create. Just click on only create welcome script or tap any of them. You can click on them and it won't have any side effect. Just tap any of those two boxes. Check those boxes. Yes. Check them, Mr. Basiru. Have you checked them? Are they not clickable? Okay, if they are not clickable, they are not clickable. Don't worry. Click on create. Click on create. It means some dependencies are not. Mr.
They are not
Basiru.
clickable.
No,
yes, I'm hearing you.
Click on create. Click on create. Down, down, down. You see create. Down, down. You see create. Create. Down. Create. Before cancel. Down. By your right hand side.
This one?
No,
this
go
one?
down. Down. Leave the whole of that place. Yes, to your.
This thing is.
I'm seeing create here.
Okay. Yeah.
Click on it and proceed. Don't worry.
Please. Okay, I've done that.
We can no longer see your screen, sir.
Can I try installing my own?
That is what I told you now. Continue the installation. I want you to complete before the end of the class.
Is it the, because there is PyCharm? Okay, yeah. Okay, let me go with it. Because you tell me to.
Basiru, I'm not seeing your screen again.
So this is where I am.
Basiru, I'm not seeing your screen again.
Yeah. Okay, yes. Let me see.
Okay. Tutor, this is where I was asking you that day. You said create desktop shortcut, PyCharm Community Edition, add open folder as script and .py.
Please, can you share your screen now? Which person's screen is this?
I don't know whether it will show.
Which person's screen is this?
This is my screen.
Basiru, you have set up. Yes. You have set up your creative file now. What is remaining now is file. Click on that hamburger again.
Okay.
No, up.
This one.
Those four lines at the top. 4 lines at the top. Yes, people were not following me. Click on file. Then select that. New. Select new. Just new. The third option. Yes, click there.
This one.
Yes, click there. Now, is it what came out? Jupyter Notebook. See if you can scroll to. Can you cancel it and go back again? Like we need to follow another link. Go back to the file. Just cancel this one that's open. Go back to the file. Go back to that hamburger again. The file. Click on that hamburger. You may need to exit. There is okay. Now just hold on. Let me just check. Okay. Now click on new file or directory. It means you guys were not actually following. Yes. These are the things I've explained. These are the things. Please, sometime when the class is going on, you guys should be writing down some key steps. Click on it. Yes. Not it. Click on the new file or directory. That's what I asked you to click. Click on it. Select the first option, Python file. Click on Python.
Click on it.
Have you clicked on Python file? Give it a name. Yes, let's say your name. Give it a name from that. Not type Basiru again, because you have used Basiru. Just type another name. Go ahead and type. There's a place where cursor is blinking. Have you typed your name before? You click.
There's something that is covering my this thing.
Yeah, you take it out now. Close this interface from the top. From the top, you see the console. From where you are seeing what is new, not there. You end up closing the application now. Where you are seeing what is new in PyCharm. What is new? There is a small console button there. What is new? You guys are lacking basic computer knowledge. That is what is playing out here. what is
I didn't
new?
see it
What
here.
is new? I'm seeing it from here now. What is new? There is a small cancel button there. What is new? I'm seeing it here.
I didn't see it here.
You are almost touching it now. What is new? What are you seeing there?
I'm seeing, do you find this page useful?
You can see that one on top of it. Go up a little.
Basiru, continue coming back. Your left side.
No, go ahead. Exactly. Your left. Go up one step. Ahead.
What is new is up.
What is new in PyCharm? What is new in PyCharm? How come you are not seeing it?
Maybe
up.
Maybe something has covered it.
Hope it's not your Zoom panel is not covering it.
Yeah, close.
Yes, something is just pop up and covering
Look at it up.
I don't think if
Can you see? Can you see? An important update to PyCharm.
Yes,
can you see?
Yes, we are seeing that.
So the interface of an important thing have already covered what you are trying me to.
No, that is not where.
Okay, but we are seeing it from here.
That is not the area on top. In fact,
this is what I'm seeing.
The tab that is providing this information. It is called what is new in PyCharm. Just go up, you see cancel button. Can you see PyCharm? Okay. Can you see what is new? Can you see what is new?
He's not seeing it. We are the ones seeing it for him.
This thing has already covered it. Even this Bashiru, this is the part. This part.
Go up. There, go up. Go up.
Keep going to your right hand side.
That is it. Continue.
Yes, on top there,
up
you see
now,
that.
Up. Yes. Go up small. The Yakuza should go up. You see it. You click that. It remains small.
Use almost all the time. It is well.
This thing's here.
Basiru.
I've seen it.
Unless he will go out and then check, he will see.
Exactly. Good.
Not until I shift this thing. Can you see it?
We don't know what you are saying. Maybe you are the one seeing the spiritual things there. We are not seeing that. We don't have that spiritual eyes. What you are saying is different from is different from what you are saying. I understand.
Okay.
So now go and create that file. Have you created the file? No, you didn't create it. Now go back to that hamburger. Go back to that hamburger. Yes.
Okay.
I hope you should be seeing this one. No, click on it. Now click on new file or directory. The third option. The third option.
Is it not this one? It's like I've done this one before.
You did not do it very well. Just click on it again and hold on.
Okay. I should click on Python?
Yes, click on it. Maybe that same thing was covering it. Yeah, type your name.
Okay, I should name it.
Yes, exactly. That is what you did not do last time. Give it a name. Type. I want to see. I want to believe others are following the same step so that we will not just use the whole of this session to get this done. Press enter on your keyboard. Press enter on your keyboard. Press enter. Good. Now you have your file written inside the project. Right? Everybody must know how to do this before anything. Very important.
Mine is to install my own.
Let's go back to Mr. Clements. Let's come back to you and see. Mr. Clements,
I want to tell you where I am.
Can you share? Mr. Basiru can stop sharing.
Okay, I can stop sharing.
Yes, stop sharing.
I've done that.
I am just in that place written installation option.
Configure PyCharm. Mr. Clement, share your screen.
I don't know whether
I
it will
hope
show.
Femi Ige and Oluwaseun we are good already, so that we won't spend additional time coming to
Okay,
your
see
screen.
where I am. See where I am. I'm sharing it now. See where I am. It has come up.
Oh yeah, click on next. That means you have not even really installed before. Oh yeah, click on next.
This is where I was that day I called you now.
But I asked you have installed.
Okay.
You say you
See
have
what,
done the installation before. Oh yeah, click on
see what is showing.
install.
I
Click on
continue.
install. Yes, click on install. Just hold on. So you wait for this process to complete, to take some time. While this is going on, Femi Ige, Alpha, Oluwaseun Davis, Alpha, are we good? If we are good, so that I can continue with the training, and then while we go back to Clement later on, you can keep updating us.
Yeah.
Femi Ige, are we good? I can't hear from Femi Ige and Oluwaseun. Please, if they can hear me. Okay, so I will assume everything is well with them. But I really want to. Okay, I think Femi said everything is okay. Oluwaseun, I hope all is okay. Okay, so I will assume no excuse for not implementing whatever I'm going to implement. So, Mr. Clement, everybody, please, you can mute yourself. Clement, I will come back to you after some time to find out if you have completed the process. Every other person,
okay, I will stop sharing.
Yes, stop sharing for now and allow the installation to be going on while you still follow the class. So at some point, I will pause and then I will ask you how far if the process is completed so that we can keep moving on instead of remaining in one place. All right, please, everybody mute. Femi, mute. Once you are not communicating, please mute. All right, these are some of the things we need to know. All right, so I'm not sure if this is where I executed the order. Let me see. I think. Okay, so now you can see what I'm doing now. You can see how I'm able to move my workspace because I needed enough space here. Now, let's quickly talk about comments in Python programming. Now that we have successfully set up our development environment, okay. Now that we have been able to set up our development environment and we are able to write our first Python code, which is what? Welcome to DTZ Hub. And I've also showed us how you can run the file. I've also showed us how we can run the file and where we can see our output. So we're going to start with comment. Now, what is comment in programming generally? Because you see, some of these things that we are learning in Python, they are also applicable in other programming languages. All right, so let's understand that. Now, what is comment? A programmer cannot totally do without comment. And that is why it falls within some of the basic syntax or command of Python that I really want to start with. All right. So comments are lines in code that Python ignores. Comments are lines in code that Python ignore. That Python what? Ignore. Now, which means that they are used to explain what the code is doing. They are used to explain what the code is doing. So I want us to understand that when you are programming, anytime you use a comment, within that code you are writing, you are automatically informing Python or that programming language that you see these particular lines of code that are commented should not be your business. You should not bother yourself about them. Simply ignore execution of them. That is what we are simply saying with comments. So the next thing we need to know is that how do we now denote it? How do we speak that comment? How do we inform Python that this particular lines of code or line of code is a comment? Now, if you check your keyboard, there is a shift button. Then you hold. I hope we are together. You have the shifts. Let me the shift button. Just hear me. I want to confirm that. So press the shift button and press 3. So you see that what you have is hash. What you have is hash. So this hash is a comment. And what you have just informed Python is that any code you write or anything you write in front of that line, that hash should be treated as comment. Can I get a response? I want to be sure if my audio is good. One person should unmute and okay. I can't really hear.
I'm hearing you.
Okay, good. All right. Now, so if I write, okay, let's say what? Python comments. So you see the whole of this will be treated as what? Non-executable what? Code. And like I said in that definition, it is only used, or they are only used to explain code to ourselves, not to Python. That is why if I run it now, no output will be given. Why? Because you have spoken to Python that ignore this. Sorry about that loss in transmission. So you can see that after running the code, nothing was outputted because Python has treated that as a comment. Now, but if I press enter now, this part, there are two types of comments in Python that we need to understand. This very one, when you use this hash, is called single comment. It's called single comment, all right? Or single line. Let me use that word properly. Single line comment. Single line comment. That is what it means. Single line. Now, if I am to write multiple line, let's say I want to create a sentence that have about 3 lines. You cannot use this hash to denote that kind of comment. So the way you are going to explain that to Python is this. So you are going to use 3 of what? This. You are going to use 3 of this. So if I break it down like this, so you can now write what? Multiple line inside. So we should take note of this, that in Python coding, there are 2 types of comment: multi-line commenting and single line what? Commenting. The single line commenting is denoted with single what? Hash, while multi-line commenting is denoted with what? These 3 what? Quotation. You have it in the opening section. You also have it in the closing section. So let's take note of that. In summary, comments are very essential because going forward, anything I want to break down for us, anything I want to explain, if I want to introduce a new topic or I want to expatiate on a particular code, I'll be using a comment to explain it to us. So which means that Python is not going to decode it. Is that understood? Can I get a response? And I hope somebody who has completed setting up his environment is also repeating what I'm doing.
Yes.
Okay. This, like I said, you have to be practicing as I'm doing it. That is why I always ask if there is question. Now, let's look at, we are still talking about Python what? Basic syntax or command. Python basic syntax. So I'm going to use comment also now. You see, each time I want to introduce a topic, I'll be using comment. So what are we talking about now? Python. So the comment is part of it. Basic syntax / command. Now, there is something I want us to understand. When we say syntax in programming, we need to understand what is a syntax. Because this is one statement that I will continue using. So this is one statement that I will continue to use. So what is a syntax? Or what is syntax in programming? Not just Python. Syntax refers to the rules that define how Python code must be written so the computer can understand it. Let me take it again. Syntax refers to the rules that defines how Python code must be written so the computer can understand it. That is a syntax. That is syntax. So it's just like you speak Igbo or you speak Hausa. There is a syntax. There is an order of using those terms that somebody that is listening to you can understand. For example, if I want to ask somebody to come in Hausa, I am going to say what? So. If I say os, you see, I'm no longer following the word, the syntax. I must start with what? So, not os. So in programming, it's like that. If you start learning any programming language, the first thing to understand is the syntax of that language. Because these are the defined rules that determine how code are or must be written. Otherwise, the language will not understand it. I hope that is taken. Can I get a response as well? Quickly. Okay. Now, just to simplify it, syntax is like grammar in English. Syntax is like grammar in English. If you write it wrongly, it will not make sense to the what? To the computer. Just like grammar. The illustration I gave now is a perfect example. Take, for instance, the English language has rules of speaking it. Let me just use past tense and what? Present tense. If you are supposed to, if you are describing an event that is currently happening, instead of you to use is, you are now using was. You have messed the whole thing up. That is how it is in programming. There is a standard order, every language. What makes somebody to say that I can speak Python, it also means that that person understands the syntax of communicating or programming with Python. That's what it means. That is what it means. So if another person said that I'm also a programmer, but I program with what? PHP, or I program with Java. The difference between you and them is that you all speak the same language, but using different syntax. Until you learn that programming language syntax, you cannot claim that you are also a programmer with that language. And that is why we are starting with what? We are starting with understanding the syntax. Like we told you, this program covers basic. So I want to assure you that if you have a very good foundation, at a point self, you can on your own say that I want to learn the remaining one on my own. That is just the truth. And that is why you see some persons will not take time to work on the basic very well, because they know that even if you try to go to the advanced, you bounce back. That's why I give us that advice before. So now we understand what is comment, and you understand how to declare comments. Now you understand the syntax of writing comment, that if it is a single line comment, it must start with what? Hash. If it is multi-line comment that is enclosing multiple lines of words, you have to use what? This 3-word string. All right. So then that's so with that understanding, the next command, the next basic command we want to look at is, that should be number 2 now, is print. Print command. So in Python, when you use the keyword print, what are you actually talking about? You see, in programming, we have what we call user words, and we have keywords. Get that? I believe somebody is jotting down some key things. So the video will be made available. You sit down with it and make your notes. You want to help yourself. Now, we have keywords. Keywords, these are names. These are words that are already used to store functions already in the program. For example, print is not user word. It's not your own word. This is a word that has been used by Python to save something in the program. So print is part of those key command or keywords. Is an inbuilt command in Python, which is used to display outputs on the screen. So everything, every code you write, you must tell us its expression. It's just like anything that comes from your mouth when you are speaking a language, you must attribute a meaning to it. So you cannot just open your mouth and say, without telling us what are you saying. That is how it is in programming. That's why I said that what you are just adding another language to your portfolio. So when next they ask you how many languages you can speak in the whole world, you call your mother language, your mother tongue language, and then you say, okay, I can also speak another language called Python. So if I use the word print here, for example, and I say print, you can see that being a keyword, as soon as I type some words, it calls it out from the program library. Program library is that storage within a program where certain keywords or functions has been programmed and stored. So for it to pop up like this, it means that it has been acknowledged by Python before now. So now, what does this mean? It means that you want to display something. For example, I want to display hello world. Then I need to ask myself, which probably will be part of what we shall be looking at in the next class, data type, so that you know some reason why we are addressing some information certain way. For example, now I want to display hello world. I want to display hello world. Now I need to ask myself, that hello world, what type of data type it is? Because in programming, you must work with data. You must work with information. Data type means the information you use in writing program. You must use information. So every programmer starts after understanding this basic syntax. The next stage is for him or her to understand different data types so that he or she will also understand the rules for speaking, for associating with them. For example, I want to output in my terminal, hello world. Then I ask myself, okay, hello world, hello is a string. String in programming means what? Text or character-based data type. A data type that has alphabet in it. So, and there is a standard, there is a syntax of acknowledging it. There's a way you let Python know that this particular information is a text. It is not a number. How do you communicate that? Python implies that you must put it in double quote or single quote. So I can now say what? Hello. I can now say that word, hello world. So now I'll run it and see if I'm going to output, which means that you are telling Python that it should output hello world on the screen. So right now, this is our screen. So if I run it here, let's check what comes out. Hello world. Now let's try something. There is what we call debugging. Every programmer must know how to debug. It's very important. Debugging is when you write code and the code fails to give you the expected result. Your ability to look at it again, your ability to factor out, to identify the cause and providing solution. It is called debugging. This is what actually makes us creative persons or human beings. As programmers, this is one of the direct benefits of learning programming. Even if you learn this program and you do not end up building app for money, one thing that you have learned is that you have learned how to persist. You have learned how to persevere. You have learned how to, break down complex problems or challenges into simplest form. You have also learned that you must not give up easily. You have also learned that you are a problem-solving human being. And these are the people companies are looking for to be made as managers. So now, what are the way we are going to debug? As we continue, there are times that I will deliberately make some mistake and I'll tell you to debug it out. Because that is how I'm going to be teaching you how to think outside the box. Now, for example, just for us to test Python's sensitivity, let me remove this, that's the closing quotation. What happened? You see red underline. That is an alarm that something is not right. If you try running this code now, you're going to get a bunch of error. Now, this is another skill you must get, ability to identify the type of error. That's the first thing. What is the name of the error? Look at this here. What does it say? Syntax error. So if you know, oh, it's syntax, now that he told us that syntax means the rules that must be followed. Oh, it means that the problem is I'm not following the rule. It will help you better to design the solution. It's just like when they say a problem known is what? Have what? Solved. So you can see how we are applying it in programming. For somebody who has not been able to identify his problem, it's a challenge. Why somebody, once he or she is able to identify the challenge, he knows the formula to use. So since he says syntax error, and then I will read further. Unterminated string literal. Don't be surprised if you see different grammar based on the IDE you are using. So one of the reasons why we use this prescribed PyCharm is that it helps in debugging. It can give you direct solution. It has the ability to define the problem better than other ones. Now, you can see that now once you have read this and it's pointing out to the line where the error is, So you can see why the CPython is very intelligent. It's telling you the problem and it's telling you where exactly the problem is. So instead of you wasting your time checking line 2, line 3, you just go straight. And then by the time your eyes goes there, you know, oh, this is what is missing. What is happening here is that we fail to obey the rule of acknowledging what? Tests, which means that we did not what? Close the string. So if I run it again now, you see that what? The problem is solved. Any question on this quick? Quick. If you have any question, you have question or all is going well, let me know. You are expected to be writing something. Please, each time you come to this class, make sure you come with writing material to be noticed something. Don't wait until you get the video. Learn some things that you can start practicing even before the video gets to you, please. I'm asking, any question? Is everything I've explained understood? I can't hear anybody talking, please.
Yes, but I want to ask, it seems, does it mean that when you use the 3 hash at the end, will you still put it?
Yes, look at it.
Because I didn't see you putting at the single.
Look
what
at
about
it
the
here.
single?
No, but
Yes,
the
it's
single,
there.
no,
The 3 is in.
No, for single, you don't need to put it here. It's just one.
Okay.
Just one,
okay.
please.
Okay.
Okay, so it shows that we are following. So I want to start by asking, how many of us, I hope you guys have subscribed to my YouTube page so you can keep getting updates. There might be other classes that could be going on, not your class, but the same Python. And the training method may not be.
Maybe give us the link.
Please just go to YouTube and search for DigiTech. Just search for DigiTech.
DD.
Look at what I'm writing now.
Type it.
Yes,
okay, DigiTech.
DigiTech Z Hub. Just go to YouTube and search for this. Then make sure that you subscribe. We have about, I think my videos are over 460 videos there now across other programs. So you can go, because at the end of the day, this video.
You have cleaned it.
Oh, I thought you have written that. Okay, sorry. Okay, let me just convert it to comment for now. Let me just put it in comment so that it will not interrupt what I'm doing. Okay, so
they
now.
They are separated, right?
Yes, they are separated. Just type DigiTech Z Hub. All right, so subscribe so that you can get more updates. And each time I upload your class, you see a notification. All right, though I'll still be dropping it in the group, but at least you can get it faster and also get other classes updates. All right, so that is for print. So going forward, we now know that anytime you use the word print, you are about to display something. And what I display now is what? String. So let's assume that we are given another task that says that what? Display the addition. Display the addition of two numbers. Display the addition of two numbers. For example, if we are asked to display the addition of two numbers, so I'm going to use print also. I'll say print the first number, let's say what? 20. Then I will use what we call operator. Operator are symbol or sign that are used to perform operations or calculation operation. Times, minus. Now that plus means addition. Then I can say 90. And then if I run this code now, it's going to print out what? The addition. Now, there is something I want us to take note of. This is why I was saying that the next class is very important. Because the next class, we are going to focus on these data types. There's a reason. You will notice that I did not quote these numbers, but I quoted what? This text. because it's part of the Python word syntax, part of the rule that whenever you are passing number, whether integer, which means whole number, or floats, which means what? Number with decimal units, they must not be in quotes. The moment you quote this, if you quote this mistakenly, let's say you do something like this, you quote this, you have automatically converted it to what? To a string. So you are telling Python that it should acknowledge this number as a text. That is what you are telling Python, that you should acknowledge this number as a text. And at the same time, you can see that it has what? Flag something here. So we need to understand that what? When you are, declaring numbers, they should not be quoted. So I'm still trying to play with the print just to confirm that truly the print command is used to do what? To display something on the screen. So this will now take us to the last command for this session. If you open this program tomorrow, you will observe that these values are not stored anywhere in the program permanently. This value is not also stored anywhere in the program permanently. All right. In fact, before I talk about that, we have another basic command which I want to teach us before I talk about the one that will help us to store them permanently. Now, this is where you have already known what you want to collect. So let's assume that we want to collect another basic function. Let me comment the whole of this, just highlight it, press Ctrl and / that will automatically convert your line code to comment in Python programming. So now I create another comment. This is just to explain the third basic command, which is what? Input. Input command. Input command. Now, what is an input? Now, let me break it down for you, because like I told us that anything you are writing, you must prove what is mean. What are you saying? This is a language. You cannot open your mouth and be saying things without knowing what you are saying. So the word input is used to collect, is a command used to collect users' information. All right. So it means, for example, I don't know, I want to ask user to give me certain information, and then ask the print command that we just explained to display them on the screen. So for example, ask the user his or her name. Ask the user his or her name. So it's a task. So which means that we are to develop an app that can ask user, what is your name? The user provide the name. Then what is your age? The user provide the age. What is your country? The user provide this. So you are collecting all this dynamically with Python. It's different from I've already know the name of the person and I'm storing it. So if you visit a website, you see a form that is presented to you when you want to do online registration. And that form, that website, they must have given you a space to fill in your name, your surname, your last name, the state you are from. That is a typical example of what I'm talking about. So I'll say print, then I will next input inside it. This is another command now. Input. So this is just like you are creating another function inside the first function. So what do you want to collect? I want to collect string. So I'll put the quotation there. Then I'll write what is your name? With a question mark there. What is your name? So if I click here, you see what happened? So it's asking me, what is my name? So I can just say, my name is Prosper. Then when you finish entering the name, you press enter. You see that what? It will output the name. So what we just did now is that we asked user to give us their name, and then we outputted the name. So let's ask the user again to give us their age. So I'll say, okay, print, their age is a number. Their age is number. So I will first of all say what? Int. Are you getting it now? Int. Int is one of the data what? Conversion or constructor, which we are going to discuss when we start working with data type. So because input by default collect all value as text, but I don't want it to collect it as text. I think I should go this way since I've already mentioned it. So let's say I do something like this, print, and I put what? Input directly without wrapping it inside int or integer. And then I ask, what is your age? And I ask, what is your age? So if I run it now, it's going to ask, what is your name, which is the first one. I'll say, okay, my name is Okoro. I press enter. It asks again, what is your age? Okay, my age is what? 80. And there you see it. All right. So now, if we want to find that, if we ask Python, okay, print the type of age. Print the type of age. We want to know whether Python is actually seeing this as a text or a number. But I'm telling you that as far as Python is concerned, is seeing this 80 as text. How do we know? There is a function in Python which is used to check. So to check data type, this is what I'm going to print. So print, so let me comment this one out temporarily because I want to rewrite it, highlight it and press Control and /. With that, you have automatically switched it back to comment for now. So print, then I will say type. Can you see it now? And then this is type, then input, then I ask that question again. What is your age? So this is not going to, once you give the name, once you give the age, let's say 80, instead of you displaying the 80 to display the type of data the age is. So let's go there. I click, it's asking, what is your name? I say, okay, my name is Aguero. I press enter, it's asked again, what is your age? My age is 90. Let's use that same 80. My age is 80. Now look at what it printed out. That this is a string, str means string. Now let me let me comment this out, and then I repeat that same because this is how I'm converting it. So I want to tell Python that collect it as a string, then convert it to number before you display it. So look at how you're going to write it. I'll say print, right? I'll say int, I'm collecting and converting at the same time. Then I'll say input, and then what is your age? What is your age? So let's go there again. I run it. Your name, my name is Aguero. Press enter. My age is 80. Press enter. So now we did not print the type. So what we miss here is that now I want to print the type of this. So print type. So I'll
put type here. Type, I just pray that I should be able to get it right. Type, and then after this, and then it should come here. Okay, so let's print again. So we want to see whether it's going to print it as integer or as string. So my name is Prosper. My age is 18. You see what happened? So it prints it out as what? Integer. So what I have illustrated here is this. So which means that what? The input collected it as a string and passed it to integer to convert it to number, and then before what? Outputting it. Any question, please? Any question, please? Any question?
This multiple one is confusing.
No, we'll see. We are still going to be working with it. But these are part of the basic thing. I'm going to take this data conversion as a topic. So don't let it bother you. So when you get the video,
you can stay on it just to start refreshing your memory, because like I said, we are still going to work on it.
So lastly, before we close the session, let's look at variables. That is the next basic, because I want to make sure that in our next class, we'll be going into data types. So the class is spaced in a way that you can master everything we have done before the next class. That is why I throw in that suggestion, because I noticed that at times when you are training online, you do not give people enough time space to practice. Sometimes it usually choke them, particularly when you have adults that are also working, doing other things at the same time. So that is why I say it's better we have one day that is fruitful than to have many days that at the end of the day, students are not practicing before the next class. So please, should in case the registration is still on, if you have anyone around you that you feel that should join it, because like I told us that you guys are actually lucky and privileged to recognize opportunity. And I don't want you guys to look at the money you pay and place such value. What you are learning, if not that came through that flow, this is what we collect 150,000 for one person. And the training quality is not reducing. The same thing we are giving. So the only way you can help us is help us by telling friends. From now to the next Sunday, I believe there are friends that you can feed in. All they need to do is to watch this video before the next class. They will be able to cope. So please help us. That is the best way you can help us. So let's look at the last command, which is another basic. I think this should be number 4. We started with comments, prints. Which other one again? Comments, prints, inputs, and now what? Variable. So we will end the class in variable. But that doesn't mean that we will complete everything about variable. We are still going to, even when we start talking about data types, we are still going to be what? Relating with variables. So there's no way you will not get it. So what are variables? Variables are containers that you create as a programmer within the program memory just to bring in external information into the program memory, such that when next you need them during your programming, you don't need to start bringing them from the outside. You can quickly access them within the application. So variables were initiated just because the languages understand that there are certain information that a programmer will need while programming that may not be within the language resources. So how can that programmer initiate them into the language, because every programming language has a memory. That is where we are calling the library, where things are stored. within the memory of the program. So for example, now I want to, if you look at what we outputted here, Prosper, if I ask you tomorrow now, where is this Prosper stored? Nowhere. So you actually just display Prosper. Prosper is not acknowledged rather outside this time. So I cannot resume this application tomorrow and say, call back Prosper, because you only displayed it, but you did not store it in a container that will allow you to always access it whenever it's needed. That is why knowing variable is part of the basic things we need to understand. And variable has syntax. Variable has syntax. There are defined rules. Number one, for naming your variable and for creating the variable. So just to explain, I say what variables are used to store information. Variables are used to store information. They are container. So let's say I'm to create a variable that stores my name. Let's say this is a task. Create a variable. Sorry about that. Create a variable that stores my name. So after this, we are going to stop. Variable that store my name. And my name is a string. That is why the next class is very important. So the syntax of the conventional rules for naming your variable is that you cannot use the keyword. I cannot come here and say, print is the name of my variable. I cannot come and say, print is the name of my variable, because that word has already been used. That is the meaning. So one of the first rules in naming variable is that you must not use existing words, which are called the keywords. Number two, you cannot name your variable. You cannot start your variable naming with number. You cannot say number Prosper, but you can say Prosper, which is text, and then put a number. You cannot use only numbers to name your variable. You must understand these rules when you are working with variables. So, and in case you are using two words to name your variable, let's say first name. For example, if I'm naming my variable like this, first name, this is not allowed, this space that you are leaving here. You either close it or you separate it with what? Underscore. Or you use the camel case where the second word or the subsequent word, the first letter in them will be capital letter, while the entire first word will be what? Lowercase. So where this happens, it is called camel case. We are using the back of the camel. Camel case, which means that what? The first word will be small letter or lowercase, while the subsequent words, the first letter will be capital letter. Then we have what we call snake case. Snake case is where you have all of them in lowercase. Then we have Pascal case. Pascal is where you have all of them in what? Uppercase. So these are the known programming cases. So now, a variable must have a name and then an assignment operator. So single equal sign in programming does not mean mathematical word expression, which means equals to. It means assignment. It's like a pipe that is used to convey a value into the container. It's just like you having a container like this. And this is the what? The equal sign. So this is like a pipe that is going to be dropping the value inside this. So that is what we mean by what? The single equal sign. It means assignment operator. It means assignment operator. So once you have created your equal sign, then the type of data you are storing will now determine the rule to follow. I'm storing my name, which is a string. So for that reason, I must put it in either double quote or single quote. So I'll say, okay, Prosper. So you can see Python does not tolerate indentation. So which means that we did not start from the very edge. That's why you're seeing this error. Now, if I run this code now, you are not going to see Prosper displayed here. So let me comment all these things, all these ones out for now. So if I stop it and I run it again, you're not going to see anything displayed. Why? Because you only store Prosper inside FirstLink container, but you have to print it if you want to see it on the screen. That is what we said the print command is. In this case, if I want to print Prosper, I'll simply send the name of the container, not putting Prosper inside the print. So I'll say Prosper first name. By the time I type the first two letters, because I'm using an advanced IDE, is going to what? Display that yes, it exists. Then if I run the code, and then you see Prosper displayed here. So this one, the difference between this Prosper and the one you outputted when you use input is that this one is held in a valid storage where you can always access it next time. But the one you outputted just using the input, you only displayed it, but you cannot, it was not stored anywhere within the program. So this brings us to the end of this session. And then when the video gets to you, your assignment, all the code we have run today, all the code, the next class, each and every one of you will show me their screen. And then I want to see all this. That is, you are watching the video, you are pausing it, whatever I do, you do it. Then at the end of the day, when we meet next time, I will check your screen as you'll be seeing activities down to where I stop. If you have any question you ask, if there's no question, we'll end the class.
Miles, before you end, sir, you see I finished installing it. Just say finish.
Okay, click on that finish sir. Click on it.
So I'm not going to, there is another box. It should run PyCharm Community Edition.
Can you share your screen quickly?
No.
Let's attend to you.
Okay.
We do that very fast. Time is not on our side.
That's it.
Okay. Yes. Click on that option. Check that option and click on the think finish. Just click on it and say let's finish. Just click on finish. Let's observe it together. I want to be sure that you get to that environment. Have you selected the finish, please? I'm waiting.
Yes, I've clicked it and it just run. I don't know where it's been. Okay, it's coming up again. Yeah, see what it brought out.
No, we are not
JetBrains.
Just on share and share again. We are no longer seeing your screen.
Okay. Look at what it's showing.
We are not seeing your screen. Please kindly share. Kindly share again.
I have shared it now.
No, we are not seeing it.
Yeah.
I don't know why I think it's your Zoom app. I don't know, or maybe your network.
Are you seeing it now?
We cannot. We are not seeing it yet. So just start the sharing.
He said he gave the book, confirm that I have read and accept the terms
click on it. Click
of
on
JetBrains Community Edition.
Click on it. Click on it.
Okay.
What can you see now?
He said that.
What can you see?
Don't send.
That's what I wanted to see.
He said, that's what I'm saying.
How come you are not able to share again? Kindly share your screen. Let's see it now. Hey, don't go and select the wrong thing and start all over.
I'm sharing
again.
it.
You are not sharing. Can you hear me? Please kindly share again. I was out before. Please share again. Share again.
That is what I'm doing. Okay.
I was out before. Share again. I just want to see it to be sure that you have the app so that you can practice.
Are you seeing it?
It's coming up. Just hold on.
Have you seen it?
It's coming up. Oh, just hold on. Just hold on. Okay. Okay.
All right.
Now, just remove it. Cancel it. Cancel it. Click on don't share. Click on
I'll say don't send.
Yes, click on don't share.
Send.
Have you clicked on it?
Okay. Yes.
What do you have? Because we have also lost your screen. What do you have?
You saying import setting, Visual Studio Code, skip import.
No, skip.
Or can I reshare again?
Skip.
Okay. I have skipped it.
What do you now have?
He said welcome to. Yeah, are you seeing it?
No. We are not seeing it again.
Okay, he said welcome to. You say welcome to PyCharm. New script, new project, open. Good.
Now, this is what you do. Just unshare and share again. Let's just see that interface just to be sure that you have done the right so that we can close.
Okay. I don't know why this thing is messing me up. It seems your own is not allowing me to share.
How? Maybe you shared before now.
Yes.
Don't know why we are having issue with your
When I click share, it says something went wrong. Please close all browsers and rejoin the meeting.
No wonder you are joining with browser. You are not joining with the Zoom app. Do you have Zoom app in your laptop?
Yes, it normally shows me whether to join with this one or browser. I normally go with browser.
No, please don't go with browser. No wonder we are having this issue. Next time, don't go with browser.
Okay.
Go with the app. I'm just surprised. No wonder we are having this issue. Please. So I believe the installation will have been completed. I just wanted to see it. Or you can just screenshot it,
Yes.
screenshot it and send it to us on the group. Just screenshot it so that we don't waste our time. All right. So good night, everyone. I hope you guys understand the assignments. Please, we take our assignment very serious here.
So what do I do? Welcome to PyChat.
Screenshot it. Use your phone to snap it. Snap that interface and send it to us on WhatsApp. I will confirm it from there. We want to end the class. Time has gone far. I hope Mr.